Yeah. Hi, good evening. My name is Aneta Kohoutová, and I'm here as a Fulbright researcher, currently based at the New School, pursuing my research at the field of philosophy. And my topic is called Ethics of Public Spaces. And in my thesis, I'm asking how public are public spaces and what public actually stands for. Anyway, I'm not going to unpack here my whole 200 pages thesis because it would be really boring. I'm here to share with you why I think public spaces are important, what role do they play in our lives, and why I'm so interested in public spaces. So when we speak about public spaces, I really like to use a table metaphor, which can be outlined as follows. So you imagine people sitting around a table. The table could have whatever shape, could be made of whatever material, could have a color you can imagine. But in your vision, is the table something that those people have in common, or rather something that create a distance or barrier between them? So, and in that way of thinking, we can kind of transfer it into our vision of public spaces. So do we see public spaces as something we do have in common, as something we have to take care about, or do we see them rather as places that create distance between us as citizens? So, as I said, I'm focusing on public spaces from the angle of view of philosophy, which basically mean to complicate things even more than they were before. I enter my thesis with 3 assumptions that kind of stems from my real public space experience that I will talk about later. First one is we take public spaces for granted. They always have been here, right? There is a street, there is a square. We do not put so much effort into it, how it's happened. So the second one, there are no rules in public spaces, yet we are following them. So that's kind of a paradoxical situation. And the third one is that public spaces offer the same opportunities for all, that we usually think so, but when we enter them and we try to practice our public freedom, we usually start to think otherwise. So just shortly introduced 2 problems that I'm researching in my thesis. The first one is privatization and heavy surveillance of public spaces. This is a pictures from my current stay in Miami, which was super horrifying for me concerning public spaces. They were just a lot of no's and a lot of really long digression because everything was super fenced and under heavy surveillance. The second problem are people themselves, basically, because we, everyone have different expectations and we want to express them within public spaces, but sometimes it just doesn't work. Anyhow, my thesis is not going to bring the solution to it. As I said, the philosophy just kind of bring a different angle that I kind of think it's necessary, and it connects architecture, philosophy, urbanism, sociology, and anthropology into one. So that's the background of the thesis, and now I would like to share with you why I choose public spaces to be the main topic of my research. I've always been super interested in public spaces and being this really annoying, active citizens who try to build up communities and doing things with local people. So I will introduce some of my projects that I'm doing back in my hometown, which is Hradec Kralove. The first, no, that's not the first. Okay, we are sorry, something went wrong. Okay, that may happen, especially in philosophy. Anyway, I wanted to speak about sauna festival and about sauna that is called Nuuk. If we can go backwards, sorry for messing things up. We opened first public outdoor sauna in Czech Republic because I live. Okay, there are 2 slides missing. Anyway, I lived and studied in Finland for some time, and then I get to know the concept of community saunas as kind of like opposite of wellness. because we want to encourage people to share with others not only the nudity, but also their free time and some culture events. So we open the small sauna with community center. We do some culture events there, and 3 years ago we started our very own sauna, first Czech sauna festival that is kind of for people who has sauna on wheels or sauna tents, and there are like just 3 days of sauning, jumping into river, being naked, going for concerts, doing yoga and whatever. It's just like small Woodstock. It's in the like walking distance from city center, basically. So my another project, it's called Nábleží. It's a flea market, and again, it was aimed to kind of revive the city center. As you can see, like all of my projects are centered around the river and around like to claim river as a public space, as a place that should be lived, not only like viewed from the bridge. So we also built like small pontons to the river, and we established this like annual Sunday flea market that like became super popular among different target groups of people. We make a lot of friends there, and we just have like a lot of fun every last Sunday, every month, basically since 2018. The other projects, okay, they're not here. Okay, so I will skip that. There were like another projects as well. But what I draw from that experience of being part of public spaces, it's not only being visible myself, but for me the most important thing is to encourage others to be heard, to become part of public spaces, so to handle the megaphone also to other people, which I feel is super important, because like in my thesis, as I'm advocating for the sense of common, I feel it's necessary to kind of stand for it and also do it in my praxis. And there is a time off, but time for me is off, but time for you is on now. I prepare a small quiz for you. Quiz is not a test, so you don't have to have any knowledge. Basically, is the quiz, which kind of philosopher are you in relation to public spaces? So, just remember, if you have more A, B, or C's, and so the first question is, if I see the burning trash can on the street, A, I will call the cops. B, I will lit the other one as well. C, I will start to putting out the fire on my own. The second question, statues, very burning question, should be A, kept in places or stored in museums. B, all torn down and destroyed. C, collectively remade as a result of the participatory processes. Third question, on my ideal Sunday walk, A, I have a map and follow the blueprint. B, I am going backwards or jumping on one leg. C, I invite friends to join and discuss with me the role of democracy. Last question, when the revolution came, A, I'm basically the cop. C, I throw bricks all around. There was B. C, I lead people with my megaphone. So I hope you all remember how much A, B, or C do you have. And there is the result. If you are A, you are Michel Foucault, you are fascinated by power and you see it as an enabling source, and you also love to wear turtleneck shirts. B, you are Michel Desserteau, you think that the only way how to survive is to resist, you feel power as a repressive source and you hate Foucault. And if you are C, you are Hannah Arendt, you love the world, people, and new beginnings and smoking, and you are breathing for the community spirit. So you can share it with me later on, which one are you. And with that, sorry for taking so long, and thank you.